Me whip, kill it. Now watch me nay nay. Okay. Now watch.
It's Sunday afternoon here at Monza and you're in for a treat at this classic Formula One track. Welcome to the Italian Grand Prix. A wonderful performance from Sebastian Vettel yesterday sees the driver starting from P1 in today's race. A race that, of course, he'll be hoping he can go on and win.
There are a lot of variables that can cause a driver to be happy with the car one day to struggling with it the next. Track temperature, excessive tyre wear, or a change of fuel load can all affect the feel of a car. He'll definitely be hoping that when the race gets underway, he's got the same balance as he enjoyed in qualifying.
It's been a really disappointing season so far for Red Bull. They aren't getting the points that they believe the car is worthy of.
Red Bull have clearly suffered the most from the change of regulations. The car is still a good car, but they say the performance of their new hybrid power unit is letting them down. You can guarantee they're working hard with Renault to find a way to bridge the gap to the competition.
Hey guys, SpeedKid101 here, back with F1 2015, and before this video starts, this is part 11 and part 12, purely because of the fact they're kind of similar. You'll find out at the end of it, I guess. They're pretty much similar, so they're pretty short, so I thought I might as well put them into the same one. But yeah, that's pretty much it. I guess that's pretty much all really I had to say here, so yeah, let's get back to the race. So yeah, just keep that in mind if, you know, so we are doing two races. We're doing Monza and Singapore. So yeah, let's get into part 11 and part 12. Alright, so we are here at Monza, and let's get this car set up just to make sure. I've never really figured out if the car setup stays the same from qualifying. I don't know why, I've just never really figured it out. But anyway, we're here for Monza. Of course, I'll only be doing the opening lap and the closing lap over here at Monza pretty much. So yeah, there's our strategy, I guess, so let's just choose that. It's going to be a two-stop strategy, of course, options and the primes for the final stop. Pretty basic, and let's just get to the race. Alright, here we go. We got 2 lights, 3 lights, 4 lights, 5 lights, and we're away here at the Monza Grand Prix. Here we go, we're off the line, just checking the tyre temperatures and everything. Rosberg P2, Hamilton in P3. So you saw the grid at the start there, so it looks like Rosberg trying to come up the inside, but he's backed out. Oh god, we've absolutely missed a braking zone. Let's just not get a corner cut for that. And the Mercedes, they're battling for P2 and P3, but Rosberg hold him off there. So that was an absolutely atrocious first corner, so let's put that behind us, just like Mercedes are. Puns. But oh no, it looks like it's not going to be that way. Rosberg here is going to look up the inside. We cover our insides, we cut the corner a bit, but we didn't get a warning. So of course, Monza are a bit different on 2015. I never played it on 2014 just because of this track extension there is now there. It used to just be in Apex, and I believe it's here as well. Yeah, so the track extension there. Sorry for the dog barking in the background if you can hear it. But yeah, we come down now, down the straightaway. This is a long ass straightaway, of course. DRS is here, low chance of rain, and they'll let us know here on lap 1. So also just another thing, there will be Black Ops 3 videos coming out eventually. I did get my cast off, of course. I believe I was racing this race with my cast on. So for those of you who don't know, I did break my thumb, and yeah, that's why I wasn't uploading really much, because there was no point. You know, I still played stuff. That's why when I go on Black Ops 3, of course, I'll be like level 46. But anyway, now as we come down the main straightaway, we're doing quite well. Oh, tyres are a bit damaged. I don't know if we'll make it to the pit stop. Hopefully, we should be able to. So we've got a 1.1 second lead over Hamilton. We actually jumped Rosberg there, which I actually just failed to miss there. A short attention span. We've hit the braking zone, so that's gone pretty well. That's what we want. And we've got a nice lead. This is a comfortable lead out in front. This is what we want to just lead us all the way through, hopefully. As we come around the big right-hander here. I don't know why I put so much emphasis on that. But back to the race. In the chicane now. We come in, nice braking zone. I've kind of gotten used to this track. I remember I was pretty bad at it. Like, really bad at it in 2013. But yeah, I've kind of gotten better at it, I guess, in 2015. I don't know why. It just seems like the car handling just a bit... It seems a bit more realistic than 2013. By 2013, of course, I didn't race with assists or anything on. You know, this one I've got full traction control, and I think full traction control, of course, driving line, and ABS, because I've never figured out ABS. But 2013, I didn't race with any assists on, but I just kind of took a massive break, but I decided to come back here. So this is pretty much all the race was, really, just me sitting out in front. There was nothing really to it, I guess. I mean, we just kind of sat out in front. So yeah, that's pretty much all that happened in this race. So as we're going to skip on in a bit here to the final lap, I believe we decided to skip to, rounding out the final corner. So we're just trying to get the vehicle condition there. So as here we go, lap 26 of 27. As you can see, we're still P1. We actually never did lose P1 besides being in the pits, of course. And it's just been a calm race really for me. You know, you can see I set in some pretty good times. I've just been banging in the times. Hamilton second. Raikkonen's actually taken over third as we took a rash move up the inside and it hasn't paid off. Let's try and get back on the track. We've been given a warning cut. Pretty understandable now. As we come around now, coming around this big bend, of course, the final lap. And it's going pretty well here. So come around the final bend here. So this is pretty much all the race has been, just me sitting out in front. And yeah, it's a pretty boring race. So you can see why I didn't really include stuff in it. But yeah, so as we come around now, the double right-hander here. And it is going to come around. We've nearly hit the sand there, or the gravel. We actually did hit it there. The tyres are absolutely destroyed, but it's been a pretty boring Grand Prix, of course, for you guys if you watched it, or would have watched it if I put the laps in. But, of course, it was pretty good for me because I get to get in front of Rosberg in the championship. So it's been an absolute great race here in Monza. Couldn't have asked for a better race to stay out in front the whole time, except for the pit areas, of course, as we come through this section for the final time. And let's get that championship signature song riled up. Let's get it going. Here it is. Let's get it going. Coming through the final corner now. As long as we don't stuff it up, which I'm pretty sure as we come around. Sorry for this little jump in the clip here as well to the infield. As you see, we stuffed it up, but it doesn't matter because we are going to win here for the Monza Grand Prix.
Turn down for what? Turn down for what? Turn down for what? Turn down for what?
The Tifosi will be delighted with that result today. No one could match the Ferrari as they stormed home for the race win.
So as you can see, we did get a 3-second time penalty, but that didn't matter as we got ahead by 24 seconds. Of course, lapping up to Carl Sainz in the Toro Rosso. So it was an absolutely great race. Of course, Rosberg finishing fourth, our teammate Raikkonen in third, as you already saw, of course. And Pastor Maldonado and Ricciardo DNFing. I can't remember why. I think Ricciardo had engine failures and Maldonado crashed, I think, in front of us. So that was a bit unfortunate for the Lotus and, of course, Infinity Red Bull. But we are now 9 points ahead of Rosberg in the championship. Raikkonen is now 2 points ahead of Hamilton now. So it's pretty tight, but we are still winning the Constructors' Championship, which is very good, of course. Ricciardo still sits in fifth and everyone else kind of in their own thing there. And it's been absolutely outstanding. So, yeah, there it is. 11 points ahead of Mercedes in the Constructors' Championship. So it's going quite well. If we could win double, it would be absolutely outstanding. But, of course, that's going to be pretty hard to do. We have to rely on not only ourselves, but our teammate. So that's going to be it, though, for this race as we jump over to Singapore now. And here we go.
On this difficult-to-drive street track. Welcome to the Singapore Grand Prix. Sebastian Vettel is in the driving seat for today's race. He starts in pole position and has the advantage of starting on the clean side of the grid. If he gets off to a good start, he could be untouchable.
He'll want to end this weekend on a high after yesterday's fantastic performance, but he's going to have a lot of competition. I doubt he'll be expecting an easy race, especially considering the teams around him.
The Drivers' Championship looks like it's going to a German this season. But which one? Sebastian Vettel and Nico Rosberg are locked in an intriguing battle at the top of the standings.
I think this could come down to hunger, and who out of these two wants it the most? You would think with Nico going in for his first title that he'd have the edge, but Seb is so determined, I find it hard to look past him securing a fifth title.
So we are here for the Singapore Grand Prix, qualifying first, of course, here at Singapore, which is absolutely great. Hamilton is next to us, of course, and I believe Rosberg qualifying down in 12th. Of course, it's a weird standing, as you just saw there on the grid. Very weird, of course, this grid. Manor actually qualifying 16th, one of them. I believe it was... I don't think it was Mary, I believe it was Stevens. But anyway, let's jump into the race now. Here we go, as we are set. I don't know why that flag's there, but anyway, 4 lights, 5 lights. And we are away here for the Singapore Grand Prix as we head down to the first corner. Of course, we lead the pack. Hamilton on the inside. Our wheels touch and we go up the inside and oh, we've touched the front wheel and oh no. This is an absolute shocking start. Luckily, there's this massive bit. We're down P13, 12, 11. Rosberg's there now in P10. Squeezes through there nicely for Rosberg. And that was a shocking start. We just rubbed wheels with Hamilton. Hamilton's gone by now. Raikkonen, of course, in second. So we got the inside now of Alonso. And now Nasser, of course, in front of us right now. So the Sauber in 7th place. Rosberg already up to 6th. He's gained 5 positions on this start. We lost a lot of positions, of course. So we got the inside of Nasser, of course. No match for our Ferrari. Of course, so it's been an awful first lap. Hopefully we can chase it down, though. Of course, it happened on the first lap. No car damage. But those rear wheels definitely lit up now as we cut later on into the track. So Rosberg, we're coming onto the back of Rosberg now with Button there. We got the inside of Rosberg. We rubbed the wall. Oh, he's bashed us into the wall there. And we've just rubbed it. Well, we've done more than rub his gearbox as he's going to pull away on the exit, of course, because I absolutely suck at exit speed. I don't know why. I just can't figure it out. And as we're going to come towards into this corner now. And it's a good braking now. As, of course, Rosberg looking to get held up by Button there. Of course, who's the McLaren Honda. Both the McLarens, of course, in the top 10. As we're now in the later part, going under the bridge here. P6, of course, Nasser behind us. Button in P5. Of course, we made a bit of contact with Rosberg in the wall, missing the braking zone, and we kind of made contact and spun into the wall. But we didn't have any damage, luckily. Rosberg, I don't know where he's gone. We come into the final corner again now, and all is looking quite well in the championship. Of course, we had a bad start, but Rosberg, of course, our rival, right now is not near us. He's nowhere to be seen, which is absolutely outstanding now. As we've gone by Button there, and now we're chasing down Ricciardo's 4th, sorry. And I don't know who's in front of him. I don't really know. It might be the Lotus, I think, of Grosjean. Started P4, I think. But we'll have to wait and see. Of course, Raikkonen's still in second, and Hamilton just absolutely pulling away there on the start. Of course, as everyone else being held up via me. As we come now through, of course, Singapore, a very tight track. Of course, I'm not the best as you can see, the corner cut, warning for corner cutting is rolling in. Under brake there, nearly hit the wall, but we managed to keep it out of it, of course, as we come round through now. Still chasing Ricciardo now, as we skip later on now to right behind Ricciardo now, and yes, it's Grosjean. Another corner cut warning, of course, doesn't surprise me. And Hamilton setting in a 147, he's got the inside now into the final corner. Another corner cut, which isn't surprising again. Exceeded track limits, yep. And of course, we've just set the fastest lap with the 146.4, which is very good. DRS is now enabled right on the back of Grosjean. Of course, he shouldn't be any match for the Ferrari. Can we try and get round him? And we've hit the barrier there, which isn't good, but we still managed to hold it around the outside of Grosjean as we're going to go up the inside here into this corner. We've got the inside line, and we're going to look to drive around him here. So we're going to squeeze him wide. No, he's still there, actually, but we're going to get DRS, of course, to allow us to go through now as we skip later on. So we've already pitted. We've just pitted, actually, and Raikkonen pitting now. So we've actually managed to jump Raikkonen in the pits. He was actually ahead of us for most of this race, so we've jumped him in the pits there. So bad pitting from Raikkonen, so we've managed to jump him. We've had a good outlap, of course, now, which has gone absolutely great for us. But now we've got to chase down Hamilton, who has led this Grand Prix thus far since corner 1, of course, when we made contact. And yeah, it didn't end so well for me. But still, we want that objective, but we also want to get as far away from Rosberg as we can. Now, I don't know where he went after we made contact. I don't know what position he's in, but we want to get as far away from him. Of course, we've got a 9-point lead heading into this race. As we skip now on later, we've now caught him up here. Lap 13, I do want to get in front of Hamilton before the pit stop. Of course, as I'm bad at exiting the pit stops here at Singapore. I'm absolutely atrocious at it. So as we want to try and get in front of him, of course, our pit stops next lap. We've tapped the barrier there as we come under through now. As we come into the final section, of course, of the race. Or the lap, not the race. As we come around to the final corner, of course, I'm pretty good at this final corner with getting corner cuts. As we've actually nailed it right there, and we're going to get a good run to the straightaway now. We've got DRS, and we're going to chase down Hamilton now as we go back to standard fuel, as we've now caught him. And look at this, we're right on the back of Hamilton now. We're on the gearbox. We touch the gearbox, and we're going to look to go up the inside, but the exit speed, of course, of the Mercedes is way too much. I knew I was never going to get that move done. So what are we going to do? Is we're going to try... We've hit that apex quite nicely, actually. So we're still trying to chase. We've got DRS again. Can we get him down the straightaway, hopefully? We're coming down. Of course, coming up into this corner. Can we hopefully... We just got to nail this corner, and we can hopefully get on the back of him. And we've absolutely nailed the corner there. Rosberg. Hamilton, we got up the inside. Can we try and make it stick? no exit speed, of course, of Hamilton, just way too quick there in the Mercedes. And we've done that corner a bit too slow, I think, as we go to the straightaway again, coming into this bit before the hairpin, I believe. Of course, I absolutely suck at this chicane right here. I always get corner cut warnings. Am I going to get one? Oh, I've actually done quite well on. Oh, no, there it is. Yep. Can we get a run on him? And we've tapped him a bit wide. Can we go up the inside? And no, just no. I've been trying, and it's just not working. I am giving up on life as we try, and of course, I want to get in front of him before the pit stop, which I really need to do. As we're pitting in, of course, this lap. Just thought I'd let Jeff know. Good old Jeff. And an absolute stunner of a corner, but it's given us a good run actually through there. Oh no, we've hit the barrier. Coming now under the bridge. Can we get in front of him? We've got nice on the back of him now. We're going to come through, of course, through this final last chicane. We're going to go up the inside. Oh, what an absolute stunner of a move. I did not think that would work as we're going to come into the pits with... What? What? Alright, we've just been given a warning there for collision, but of course that doesn't matter. As I skip to lap 31, of course, as there's no point, of course, we did just lead from when we got in front of Hamilton. We led, and we've now got a 9-second plus as we're on the final lap. Of course, it's looking to be another great race, as long as they don't crash out this lap. It's looking to be another absolute stellar race for me, which will give me an even bigger lead over Rosberg in the championship. And Raikkonen, of course, in third with Hamilton in second, so I don't know where Rosberg is after that. I wish you could, ask where people are on the track. I wish you could ask Jeff that, but Jeff's absolutely hopeless at this. But as we're on the final lap, of course, the gap, we don't even know, but as we skip now to the end of the final, or not the end, the middle part of the final lap, just before the hairpin now. Are we going to be able to lap whoever's up there? I don't know. We're going to have to wait and see. So we've got it on Rich Mix because you know it's a good race when you've got plus 3 laps of fuel left. As we're just going hard out on this final lap, of course. It's been absolute stellar. Of course, we skipped to the last lap because nothing happened in the middle section. I mean, nothing after I got in front of Hamilton, which was the exact same as Monza. Of course, good for me, bad for you guys if you watched it, which I'm a nice guy and didn't make you guys watch it. So, as we're coming now, the closing moments here of this race, of course, we've already hit the final sector back there. I don't know who that is up there. We've got a 10-plus second lead over Hamilton. Raikkonen still in third. And as we're going to come under the bridge for the final time here at Singapore, let's get our championship song riled up again. Here we go for his 3rd time in a row. We come through again. Can we overlap Marys? We come through now to the final corner. And then it's been an absolute amazing race here at Singapore. Couldn't have asked for better as we're going to come across the line for first here in the Singapore Grand Prix.
Turn down for what? Turn down for what? Turn down for what? Turn down for what?
What a fantastic result for Sebastian Vettel. He's really performed brilliantly today.
Indeed, they'll be ecstatic with that result, and they should be. It was a fantastic drive.
After all this drama, you'd be mad not to join us for the next race. We hope to see you then. Take care.
So it's been an absolute incredible race. Rosberg ending up in 4th, Ricciardo 5th. Of course, Bottas moving up from 6th to qualify down the back. And of course, we did the lap. Mary, of course, twice. And the Force India not doing so well for Perez. Nor Maldonado again with another bad race there for Maldonado. But nonetheless, that has given us another lead. We're now 22 points out of Rosberg. Raikkonen has dropped behind Hamilton by 1 point, but hopefully that's still in front for the championship for the constructors. And yeah, we now got a 21-point lead, so we've extended that lead. And I believe that's going to be it for this episode. So yeah, join me next time for part 13. And this is Speedy Kid 101 here, signing out.